Hello, welcome to my vlog. I'm Paula. You join us today on a Sunday. I say us because somewhere, usually in the background, there is a man cub lurking. Actually, just a creep, and he's probably eating cakes. I love cake. I don't know if that's a surprise to anyone. I love cake, but I've never known anybody eat cakes and treats like this man does and maintain an incredibly healthy physique. I don't know how he does it.
Me neither.
Well, he's about 10 for a start off, that's why, and I'm 40. Anyway, it's Sunday. If you watched the last vlog, you will have seen that we went to Coombe Abbey for the night this weekend. It's been a lovely long weekend, and we came back home to where we live in Rutland, and Ian was here. Big Ian, that's my dad. So we spent the last 24 hours with Ian just making the most of the time, because actually we haven't seen him since the wedding, which was like 2 months. We don't live anywhere near our family, that's why it's not a regular occurrence. So we were really looking forward to him coming, and we had a great old time chatting. He was very chatty, which was lovely. So he's a quiet man really, and I do worry about him when he's quiet, but he was in good spirits. So we did some jobs together, and we chatted away. We had an Indian takeaway, although I've spent all day, anything that's gone wrong I'm like, didn't sleep well, it was the Indian, oh my skin feels terrible. It was definitely the Indian. And I was wondering whether other countries eat as much Indian food as the UK. No. We don't eat it often.
Absolutely not.
Well, they don't in Poland. The man cub's Polish. There's no Indian takeaways at all there, is there?
Never seen one.
No. We don't eat it often, but I think some English people probably do eat Indian food quite a lot. But there's a few viewers on here from other countries. I would love to know if Indian food is as popular in other parts of the world as it is here. It was a treat anyway, and Ian loves Indian takeaways, so that was why. So we had a lovely meal and we watched a film, and today went home this morning, and I've just been catching up with things actually. We did the normal stuff, like a bit of food shopping for the week, so we're prepared. The man cub's been out in his garage. Have you finished your workbench? We'll come out and see it. The man cub's great at woodwork, and he's done lots of projects around the house. We both love a bit of DIY. His most recent internal project was the boot room there. Absolutely love it. It's transformed this room, and last week he made that cupboard that's above it to hide the electricity box, which is just life-changing, guys. I do love a spotless home. Most of the vlog is about having a spotless home or living in the country. So what I'm gonna do is go for a walk. Do you want to come?
I'll let you know.
I'm only going to go for a little walk. I'm going to take one of the dogs because I need my lunch, and it's quite late. I do like to eat lunch late. It's 3 o'clock. I'm going to have a nice light lunch today, which I'll share the recipe with you because I think it's one you guys might like. It's really quick and easy and really healthy, delicious and tasty, and we'll just have a dinner tonight in a good few hours. So a light lunch, and then when we come back I'm going to do some homemaking and show you we started transforming the chairs that I got from my Nans garden. So Ian and I started those. You're going to love the colour, and we did some bits out the front. I'll show you. Actually, I captured some footage yesterday when he was doing mid-job, so I'll show you that. And I got some new plants quickly yesterday, so I put those in at the front as well. You shouldn't let me out to the DIY store by myself because I went for paint and I came back with plants. Anyway, I'm going to get... They're both snoring. I'm actually going to have to wake them up to go for a walk. Big Pig's awake. Yeah. Oh, sorry, intruded on your bedroom, God forbid. Right, I'm going to wake one of them up and take them out. I feel like chihuahuas should come with a health warning on them. She's really cheeky. She just barked for the first 5 minutes, which was incredibly relaxing. Come on. She wanted to walk with Dottie, but we don't walk them together because Emily tries to walk in front of Dottie. Dottie tries to get her back, and it's just not a relaxing time. And Emily barks at every single dog, even though Dorothy's not bothered. So it's just a bit of a drama. Come on, you're supposed to be having a nice time. We're really living. That's a snapshot of what she's like. Sometimes she's good. She would have been good Had she not just seen Dorothy go out the back with the man cub, then she thought she's missing something. You're not. You get to hang out with me. We live in the most beautiful place in the world. Little troll. Little troll pants. Oh, I've been dying to get out all day. Got a bad hair day today, needs washing, so I've put my cap on. It's always sad to say bye to Big Ian when he goes home. We talk all the time about him coming to live with us, but he still works. He's mid-60s, he loves work, that's where I get it from. So he's not quite ready to retire yet, but I think he likes it here. There's always something to do, and we've made new friends. We don't know anybody here, but we've made new friends. Our neighbours are our friends, and they're always, yesterday was very cute when we were out planting, and Viv came up with her house with her dog. Obviously Emily barked at her dog, but she soon went in, the dog, not Viv, Viv stayed to chat. We had a great old chat and she helped me decide what to plant. And then the other neighbours came out. Chris came out of his house, and then his father-in-law came to visit, who I really like, who we met at when Chris invited us to his art gallery open. I met his father-in-law, Kevin I think his name is. We had a great chat. I've always loved the next generation. I remember when I was younger going to sit with my nan when all my friends went out. I just felt like she talked more sense. This is beautiful. If I've got one goal for this week, it will be to get out more in the fresh air. Emily, don't eat that, come on. In the fresh air in between work. That would be my goal, because it's absolutely beautiful. Come on, waggly butt. And I've spotted this gigantic bird. I assume it's a bird of prey. It's been circling over there, and I think they circle before they swoop down. There it is. I don't know which one it is, but I'll Google it when I get back. It's got like a white stripe across its wings. I'm not going to be able to get it close up. My worst fear is that it thinks Emily is some kind of vole and swoops down to get her. Oh, I think it's gone down. It's gone out of my sight. I know they swoop down to get their prey, and they have unbelievable eyesight. So they can spot, like, I assume they eat mice and things. Come on, Tiddler. Don't want to lose my chihuahua, even if she's naughty. It was circling around for ages. I wish I picked the camera up sooner now, because I had quite a clear view of it. Their faces are quite menacing. They're a bit scary when you see them close up. When we went shooting, the man that ran the shooting at Stappleford, as I believe it's now pronounced, he also kept birds of prey, Pete, and he was telling us all about them. And he does some kind of birds of prey experience there too, so it would be good to look in the future. I think I'd be really scared, but I'd love to have like a falcon sitting on my shoulder. Come here, darling. Wait for mummy. Wait for mummy, or a peregrine falcon's going to come and swoop you up. Emily, come here. Let's get you home safely to Daddy. He wouldn't forgive me.
Yo.
She knows where the daddy is. You found him? Here he is. I'm back in. I'm about to show you the chairs that we started painting, Nan's chairs, but being that I'm 40 now, I just googled that large bird that I saw, and I conclude that it's a buzzard. It had like white stripes on its wings. The wingspan is unreal. Buzzards are mainly scavengers and will readily eat carrion. They hunt small mammals like rabbits and are even perfectly happy eating earthworms. My God. Emily is the size of a rabbit. She could have been bunny munched by that creature. Oh, this one also looks like it's possibly it, because it's got even a bigger white piece. I could see the white piece from miles away. That's a red kite. Red kites have been saved from the brink of extinction with successful reintroduction projects. They are often communal birds and scavenge for food, mainly eat carrion. I see. Well, the world is a dangerous place for very small dogs like Emily. Right, let me show you these chairs and then we'll make some lunch. The colour is farrow and ball, French grey, same as the front door. Just excuse it, it's one leg less because I need the spanner, but I think that looks pretty cute. Very sweet indeed. It's wrought iron, so it's really heavy. And it was from Nan's back garden, so I've got a table and 4 chairs. And so I should be bringing those out here to go in the back of the house. And the black set will go out the front with the man cub in his little garden. So I'm very happy with those. I think they're really sweet. It did take a while to wash down. Coming in to wash them down, and thankfully we didn't need to sand off the old paint that was on it. Just gave it a good clean and used the paint as a base coat. Dad and I are pretty similar in that way. We like a low maintenance job, so we just painted straight on it. Right, let's get this food out. I think it takes about 15 minutes to make, which is my kind of meal. So it's a courgette, feta and mint salad that is served on a bed of natural yoghurt. It's a Joe Wicks recipe, so I can't take the credit. You need to fry the courgette and then you serve the stuff on top of it basically. So it's pretty easy, and I will link the recipe in the description box below. But it's a lovely, fresh, low calorie dish for a lunchtime or a very light evening meal, but I'd suggest lunchtime. The only thing I don't have is the pumpkin seeds, which is fine. I'll substitute it for what I do have, which is sunflower seeds. I used to have every single different type of nut and seed in the last house, but our kitchen was probably twice the size in that house, so you could go wild. I had different crockery for different occasions. I had like china tea sets times 2 or 3 in case I held a gigantic afternoon tea in the style of Bridgerton. Never happened, literally. That house was so ideal for just in case. I did hold a couple of dinner parties, but like not regularly enough to constitute having all those rooms anyway. The drawing room certainly didn't get much use. So slice the courgette about 1 centimetre. Bit less than that, it looks to me. Toss the courgettes in half the oil, garlic and season. Heat the pan on quite high, no oil. Once hot, add the courgettes. Meanwhile, mix the chilli, a dash more olive oil, 2 tablespoons of red wine vinegar and the oregano, half a teaspoon. Next, tear some mint leaves, as many as you want. What I love about this dish is the fresh ingredients. Beautiful. Next, the cooked courgette goes into the dressing. Whilst hot, you're going to love the next bit. Spread some natural yoghurt on the plate. think there's definitely an amount in the recipe, but I am not dieting and I like yogurt, and this is a great way to eat it because I don't really eat yogurts, so this is a pretty good way to get it into the system. So spread your yogurt. Perfect. Nothing goes to waste. Courgette on top whilst it's still hot. Spread some of the remaining sauce over the top with the chilies and the red wine vinegar. Oh, gorgeous, that smells delicious. Top with feta, pumpkin and mint. I love feta cheese. Gotta make sure you read and get real feta, real Greek feta, not Greek style salad cheese. Common misconception, it's not the same, it's not made of the same ingredients, it's not really Greek, it's Greek style. Don't buy that. You've got to buy proper feta. It's vital for your own enjoyment of this food. Okay. Next, mint. All over. Followed by some seeds. In this case, sunflower. But also, as suggested, pumpkin is very nice too. Very good for you. Voila! The meal is finished. This is absolutely delicious. Ah, that was delicious. I love having no agenda at the weekends. I feel like I could do everything or nothing and it's totally up to me. Although there is a little bit of pressure when you have a vlog to put stuff on it. I guess if you didn't want to, you could just stop tomorrow, so it doesn't really feel like pressure. And what I realised, I think about this a lot because I spend a lot of time editing the videos, and I think, has this hobby taken over my life? Is it a bit silly? And then the thought of giving it up makes me feel sad because I really enjoy vlogging, and it's almost like I've rediscovered all the things I love doing again because I go out to do them so that I can share them with you, and otherwise I don't know if I would do them. So I'm very motivated as a person. I'm really productive, but I think knowing that I'm going to share it with other people just keeps me doing the stuff. So I'll do the extra DIY job, I'll cook something delicious, and I mean, I always used to do that. I think I've had an interesting few years with my neck injury becoming so bad. I stopped cooking and I bought a house with a very little garden just before I met the man cub, and I think maybe over the years your habits change, and I've let them change because I've been in pain. But really, my best self that's not in pain wants to do loads of fun things and live my life in the most enjoyable way and travel the world and be carefree. And I think that's what our time on the vlog is all about. It's mainly carefree, but it's my real life, and that makes me really happy. When I edit them back and I catch bits of film in between, I don't watch it all the way through, that would be horrendous, but I catch bits of video back and I'm like, I loved that day, that was the greatest day, or that moment. It makes me so happy. I hope it's entertaining for you anyway. But I don't film the crap things like putting the bin out, obviously, but they're still here. Of course they are. Or I might do one load of washing, but in reality I've done 3. Or I say I'm having a sit down and what I've really done is mowed the lawn, swept the front path and unloaded the shopping and things like that. But mainly, you see most of it. I have to fill all of the time, post twice a week. Anyway, I was just thinking about something the man cub said the other day. I want my little reading corner upstairs to be like more of a little corner, and so I thought I'm just going to find a picture and just send him some inspiration. So I looked on my phone and it brought up bloody children's reading corners, and I was like, aren't adults allowed to read? Anyway, I put Pinterest behind the word on Google so that it knows what I meant. Ooh, some lovely things come up. Oh, actually, that's very cute. A reading nook that looks like, well, I think it is in someone's window. Yeah, that's pretty amazing. That would be so cool. That's obviously in a hot country, but let's have a look, because I think there'll be something here that would be absolutely perfect, that might show him what I mean, because we don't have lots of room upstairs, but the ceiling is quite high, and I thought if we could extend the little bookshelf he made me up, then there would be more room. And then it could be all around the little chair. Like sometimes you see it in people's doorways, the bookcases go up either side and across the top, so you don't lose any space in the room, because the book's above the little seating area. A little bit like this one, but that's a bit dark. But that's... There we go. That's what I was thinking in terms of the style. If it didn't take up too much room, it could go up the wall and across, and I could fill it with all my books, and I could get my books back down out of the attic that I had. I'll save that one and see what he thinks and send it to him. And now my decision is whether to try and go out the back and paint another chair, which I don't think my neck is up to it, to be honest, or get a coffee and watch maybe an episode of The Crown. Would be lovely. It is Sunday after all. We've still got so many cakes to get through, and this morning when we went food shopping we picked up some Cinnabons. Of course we did. Of course. Oh, look at them sleeping. It's not very often she gets in that bed that the man cub made her. Little troll. Little troll. I could go and check on the man cub actually and see if he wants a coffee. He's down in his workshop. He's done a really good job of tidying up, and he's made himself a big workbench so that he can do his wooden projects properly, which is lovely. I might take the little book down there actually and see what's... Not that I'm going to put any pressure on him, but we've got the little... Is it here? Oh no, he must have taken it with him down to the workshop, our little green book. Unless he's put it in his office. I don't know, I'll ask him when I go down. Go and see what he's up to and see if he wants a cup of coffee. Back in with my man cub. It was a yes, he does want coffee. And so we shall squeeze one last one in, but I think it's too late for cake because it will be dinner time in about 2 hours. I think that would ruin my appetite. Right, well, he's off for the day, and the man cub brought me in a spanner set actually so that I could... Let's see if this is within my gift. Ha! A little spanner set with a handle, very cute. Let's see if I can put the leg on that chair. It's the very minimum. I'm like, I can't paint the other three, but maybe I can assemble the leg. You come and miss me, little tiddler. You know. Watching a beautiful sunset for one by accident. Oh, hey, wow. Oh, I didn't know that the... probably nearly another 2 hours, I would say, just uploading tomorrow's vlog. And then I got a copyright claim for a piece of music on the radio and had to redo the whole thing. So thanks for that, Atlantic Records. I didn't even want to use your song, it just was on the radio. I've been looking at this that I got in my advent calendar. Honestly, I would if you're thinking about getting it for somebody for Christmas or a birthday, it was the best gift ever. It's a Rituals diffuser, and I think I've spotted a little place for it, and I would like to finally get it out. I'm going to pop it on that little tray there, and I've never smelt a Rituals. I've been assured by everybody that I've mentioned it to that their stuff's absolutely beautiful. The packaging's certainly beautiful. Discover the ancient art of living wisely. That'd be nice. And enhance peace and harmony in everyday life. Roses from India fragrance sticks. If this is wonderful and I've discovered a new brand that I love, I'll be thrilled. Not that I need any help discovering new brands. Oh, look at the bottle. Oh, that's gorgeous. Really sweet. Very nice indeed. So that's a really pretty bottle. I've ran a really hot bath. I need to put my neck in it. I didn't do much manual work this weekend, but half an hour of digging, 10 minutes of putting a chair together and making one lunch has absolutely finished me off. My neck is killing me. I do have an update on that actually, if you are interested and you watch my vlog just to see what I'm up to. I've got private medical care through work, which I think I've had before, but having never really been ill, I didn't realise the benefit of it. I've used it a lot recently. I've used it in December when I had a surprise unexpected ailment just before the wedding, and I managed to get an urgent appointment, which was fantastic because I'd waited 5 weeks for the NHS appointment. And I've been back for something else recently for my jaw when the dentist referred me, when I'd gone for my Invisalign consultation. They said you need to see a specialist first. So I've done that, and I've just filled in a Bupa referral, that's the healthcare provider, about my neck. It's been years and years, like more than 10, but I've been getting proper treatment for it for about 4 years, but honestly it's getting worse, not better. So I filled in the form this week for a referral, and I'm just really hopeful I can see a specialist for it. Why are they always so difficult? That's a man cub to open it, and be a bit embarrassing, won't it? I did it. I didn't need man cub intervention, I just had to waggle it for a long time. Well, that smells absolutely beautiful. That is gorgeous. It's a really strong scent. I hope that that lasts. Put the sticks in. Of course it's covered in a film of my hair, because anything that's in this house for more than 6 hours is covered in my hair. Oh, that's so cute. Let's see what it looks like on the tray. It's my utter fear that when I film in the bathroom with a bath filled, I'm going to drop you in the bath. Imagine. Oh, that is very sweet. Lovely. I like that. It looks like it should have some petals strewn? I don't know. Some petals on here, and we're in a barley hotel, if that's even the word. I'm sure that there's probably a word like Balinese. That scent is gorgeous. How wonderful. What a way to end a lovely Sunday. Guys, I'm going to log off for the day because I'm permanently attached to a camera or a laptop and I really need a break. So I shall see you in the next day or so. Good morning, it's Monday morning and I'm as surprised as you are that I've made it back on here. I thought I'll need a break, I'll need a few days off, but actually I quite like my little hobby and sometimes I feel like it holds me to account. And so when I opened my eyes this morning I was like, oh, Monday morning, I don't know if I can do this. I do love my job, but I think, I don't know, I like being free and I don't like having to do things to certain times, and that's always been the main constraint that I found with working a full-time job. I like to be free and do what I want at whatever time I want, but who doesn't? Anyway, I got myself up, I came straight downstairs for tea because my waking up situation takes about 2 hours, so I have to get up 2 hours before work or I'm just a terrible grump. And the sun's shining, so that really helped. So I've had my tea, I've just made my breakfast, and these dogs, they're just slothing all around the house, living their best bloody life, whilst I am slaving away. I thought I'd come downstairs because the other thing that isn't ideal is working from home all the time in the same little room. I've moved myself around that spare room so many times that my view changes, but yeah, I think sometimes you just gotta completely change your environment and that resets you, and that's what a new week is all about. I saw somebody's post this morning actually on Instagram, a lady that I really like, and she's got a beautiful home account, and she was talking about the Sunday reset, and it's so true. Like cleaning the house or washing your clothes or whatever and making a fresh start for the week just makes you feel more ready and able and prepared to deal with things. So it's quite early this morning. I had a good night's sleep, and I don't know if I told you I collected my night guard retainer thing for my teeth last week, and it's been an experiment every night sleeping with it. I've woken up and I've taken it out in my sleep every time. So I remember the first night I woke myself up 3 times taking it out, or I've got it in my hand, just on my chest like this. I've got it in my hand, it's woken me up. So ridiculous. But getting used to something like overnight in your mouth like that it's really weird. Anyway, last night was my first successful night. I knew it was there. I woke up a couple of times, and I think I know why I took it out, because I was having a dream and I caught myself like this about to lift it out, and my dream was that I was eating crisps and I had some stuck in my teeth, and I was trying to put, and it clips in the same sort of place where you would get crisps in your teeth. So I caught myself, and in my sleep I was like, no. And I woke up this morning, it was still in, so it was the first comfortable night I had with it, and I think that was the 3rd or 4th night, so I guess that's how long it takes to get used to it. So that's positive. If I do reach my Invisalign brace stage, then at least I know that there's a settling in period and you can get used to it. So that was positive. I've got a builder due this morning. He's coming round to give us his view and potentially a quote on what it would be to get a Velux window, so like the skylight window we have there, although that is a tiny joke window. Whoever put that in really should have a word with themselves. But for down here in the downstairs room that we don't really share often because it's not used, but I'd like to use it, and I've got big plans to transform this room. It was an extension on the original cottage, and yeah, I think they used it as a bedroom, but we don't get lots of use out of it, so I would really like to put a large or 2 roof lights in here, and so it would just make it that little bit brighter. And so we'll see what he says, if it's possible, and also if it's affordable, because it'd be great to start using this room. It really, at the moment we keep the door closed, it's quite a bit colder, you feel the temperature go down when you walk in here, but look, it really extends the house by quite a bit. I wish I was super smart and I knew how to redesign the layout of the house to make it flow a little bit better, so that this room, I did think before about having it as our living room, or having the dining table down here, but the man cub wasn't keen on that change, so I think I'm going to try and make it into some kind of spare room, still with a sofa bed, but a proper one, like a big leather one that's got a proper double mattress on, that's more comfortable for guests, because that was for my old office, and yes, it doubles up as a little bed, and Big Ian stays on it, but I don't think it's comfortable and I wouldn't sleep on it. We got rid of the big white bed that we had in here because it just took up the whole room, and we don't use it as a spare room often enough for that to happen. So the man could use it as an office a little bit, but he also goes to work most of the week, so it's quite spare. So I've got ideas of turning it into something more beautiful that is maybe an office, and I could come down here and we could both work on the different days, but also that doubles up as a spare room. So we'll see what happens with it. His name is Dave and he's due here shortly. I've just got a couple of meetings to get through first, but as you can see, it's a beautiful bright day, which is lifting my spirits no end. So I'm going to have my porridge, log on to work and get as much done as I can, and hopefully have a productive day and end the day with a nice meal with the man cub ahead of going into London tomorrow. Good morning. It's Tuesday morning, 5:30, and I'm just going off to work, and I've come here because I want to show you my outfit, because I tried some on last night so that I could make sure there was no faff this morning, and I'm really pleased with what I came up with. So I've got on my satin shirt, and I managed to put on a necklace, much to my own delight. I've got on these Zara trousers that I bought last year that are no longer too tight. Absolutely thrilled that they're finally comfortable. And I put on my Manolos, the little Manolos of dreams. So I'm going into store today. I'm going into the office in the morning in London, and then I'm going into the store in Knightsbridge. So if I have a moment, I will catch some film, but quite often when I'm at work, there's absolutely no moments whatsoever. So we'll see. But I'm really happy that I've put something nice on. I look nice, and I'm going to see other humans today. I'm absolutely thrilled. I'll see how I feel about that on Friday, when I've been out twice this week and seen so many humans that I'm desperate to get home. But yeah, me and my little Manolos are going off to work. Good morning. Oh my goodness me, that was a long day yesterday, but great news. The outfit was perfect. I was mostly comfortable, apart from the shoe. The shoe rubbed my right foot because they're still so new, so they were a little bit stiff, but I felt like $1 million in them, and I was really comfortable in my trousers, and I took trainers as well for driving in the car because I didn't want to get the shoes dirty. One thing I would say about those shoes is they're so light that the chance of them picking up a little bit of dirt is quite high. So as I got out of my car at work, I touched the wheel of another car with the tip of the Manolo, and I looked down, it's got this tiny black mark on it, so I need to look up how I can clean that off because they're suede. But apart from that, I felt wonderful, and a few people said to me, you look nice, and I felt nice. So even though the day was absolutely full to the brim, I felt good and I was happy. And I saw so many people yesterday in store that I haven't seen for a little while, and it was just lovely walking down the corridors and seeing people from like a year ago and 6 months ago. It's a really nice feeling to connect with those people again. But it was a very, very packed day. I had a wonderful lunch in Jason Atherton's Social. Here it is. Beautiful restaurant. I had a mushroom and truffle risotto. It was absolutely gorgeous. And then I popped up to Studio Franson. Here it is, absolutely beautiful, our rooftop restaurant, and had a meeting there, just had a coffee, and then went back to the office and had some more meetings above the store. So it was a really full day. Oh, and I had a meeting with security, which was really fun because they're nice people. They do a very serious job, but ultimately they're very nice people. And most of the people that work at Harrods are nice people. Anyway, it was a good day, but on the way home, a couple of the roads were closed. So what should have been like a 2.5 hour drive ended up being nearly 4. So I got in at 10 p.m. Oh, and I thought, oh, as I put in my night guard, so glamorous. I thought this is not going to be good, but I slept very well, and I've woken up, made some tea, and now I'm going to go through some obligatory waking up, having a good day practices. So it's Wednesday, better get absolutely stuck in and do our best, I suppose. I hope you're doing the same.